Hi everyone! The look I'm doing today is inspired by Bridal, so everything is really fresh and clean and very pretty and feminine. There's a hint of color on our lips just so it's enough to show up in photography. Have a great time doing it and I'll see you all soon! So I prime my skin with Kiehl's Abyssine Cream, and my primer is the Makeup Forever Mattifying Primer. And I'm going to go into my eyes. I'm using my concealer Laura Mercier SC4. I'm going to apply it all over my eyelid, set it with a powder, and then I'll begin applying the eyeshadows. The powder is going to be a pressed powder. It's L'Oreal True Match in Warm. So it's just a really soft pressed powder. It's essentially translucent. Just a bit of a warm undertone because I'm a warm undertone. So for our eyeshadow colors, it's going to be very pretty colors. So soft pinks, really light plums and purples, and everything's going to be really soft without any hard lines. So all over my eyelid, I'm going to apply a mixture of colors. It's the Yves Saint Laurent 4-color Harmony for Eyes. I believe it's the 2011 line, their spring line. So it's a really pink color. Apply this all over your eyelid. And then you're going to go into MAC Yogurt, which is essentially the same color without any frost. So it's a matte heather pink, and just put that all over your eyelid. You're going to blend this into your crease, but you're going to keep it relatively simple, just like that. Okay, so for our crease color, I'm going to use MAC Shale and Girly. So it's a very soft plum and pinky light frost, so just keeping with our really pretty effect. And just in your crease, you apply this color all over. To see how it's opening up the eye, but it's still maintaining the soft finish that we want. Next is our highlighter. So I'm going to use a fluffy brush and go back into the yogurt color from MAC. Because it's matte, I'm going to apply that to my brow bone. So this just instantly lifts up and opens up the eye. The next step is our eyeliner. I'm going to use Kohl Stila Kajal eyeliner in Tiger's Eyes. So it's just a deep brown. And it's really nice because it blends really well. So apply this all over your lash bed really thinly. And then with your angle brush, we're going to pull this through. So you'll see it is a soft application of eyeliner. Just go through with an angle brush and just pull it upwards and blend it out. So you can really see how the color is super soft on the eyeline. There's not any hard definition. And because it is a Kohl pencil, you need to set this with an eyeshadow. So I'm going to use MAC in Cross Cultural. It's just a matte chocolate brown. And just on top of your eyeline, just softly apply it. And also, you're going to diffuse it as you apply so you maintain the softness. You could stop here, or if you wanted slightly more definition, you're going to pull your eyeliner right here up into your crease just so you get an added definition on your eye. So you can do this in two ways. One way is to use your eyeshadow and just apply it on your outer third, or you can actually use your Kohl pencil. So what you can do with this is apply it to your hand so you have a base of color to pick up. So it just looks like that. And then with a flat brush, pick up some pigment. So you should have, enough pigment on your brush, and then you just apply it. I like using a Kohl because it blends really well, but that could be difficult for some people, again. So just work with it, and you want it to just blend together. So you're not looking for a hard, intense, smoky finish. And then again, really lightly apply some of your cross-cultural MAC, dab some off on your hand, and then just go in and pat it on top. Okay, so this is what your eye is starting to look like. So it's very soft and very pretty. What we're going to do next is go into a black cake eyeliner. I'm going to use the black MAC chrome line in black. And you need an angle brush for this. Apply it to your brush, then dab it on your hand so you have enough product. And what you're doing is just at your lash bed, so right where your liner touches at the very base, you're applying a really, really thin line of black. It just gives the illusion of denser lashes and also makes your eyes pop a bit. So literally right there. So you don't want it to be too thick. So you can see the slight contrast when I look down and also looking straight. So that's the idea you want to get with this type of a liner. Next, I'm going to do our skin, and then I'll show you how we can advance our eyes just a bit more. So I'm using foundation matching my skin perfectly. So it's Armani number 8, and I'm actually going to mix in a bit of an ultra sheer. So it's Armani number 1, and you'll see it is relatively light in contrast to the foundation. But when you mix it together, it just gives a luminous finish, and that works with the effect that we're trying to get of a really soft, luminous, dewy finish for our makeup. So apply foundation all over your face as you naturally would. You can already see when light hits it, it picks up a bit of a frost. We're going to mattify that just slightly, but you just get the idea. Okay, before I go any further on my skin, I'm going to quickly do my right eye and then come right back and show you how we can finish up. Perfect. So now that both of our eyes are done, you can see it's looking really soft and very pretty, and that's the idea that we want. So next, we're going to apply some concealer. So I'm going to go back into the Laura Mercier and apply the concealer where I need it most. So again, we want our skin to be as perfect and as flawless as we can get it. Then go back in with your sponge. Apply a little bit of foundation onto your hand, and then apply that to your sponge, and then just go over these areas and pat the concealer in place. Okay, so once you apply your concealer, we're going to go over it really, really lightly with a powder. This is a really important step because you want the makeup to sit where you place it and have it stay all day, especially for bridal. So just apply powder all over, relatively lightly, but enough that it's going to stay. Okay, next is a little bit of bronzer. So depending on your skin tone, you don't want to go too deep, but I'm going to add a bit of shape with NARS Laguna, and you just tap some off onto your paper towel, and then just apply it on your cheeks, a bit on your chin, and also your forehead. Okay, with our eyes, you could keep it how it is now, or you can add just a bit more, which I'm going to do. So going in with a fluffy angle brush, I'm going to use one that's really fluffy. I'm going to use the color we used in our crease and apply that just beneath the eye coming in. So in photos, this will be really pretty because it'll open up the eye slightly without leaving you with a hard, intense line and still maintaining the fresh finish. So comparing it to my left eye, you can see it opens up the eye slightly and it still is very, very natural. So do the same thing on your opposite eye. There, so that should be the effect of that. You can do one more thing to add a bit of a pop to the eye, and that's go in with a white eyeliner right on your waterline, which will just open up the eye slightly. So I'm going to use Annabelle in white, and it's literally just a white eyeliner. Pull your eye down and apply it softly. So this is coming out intense, that when I look straight it's almost glowing, but we're going to soften that a bit. This is a really nice trick to do, especially when you're doing an intense eye. Once you apply it, go in with your finger and just softly dab off a little bit. It'll soften the look just a bit. Back to our face. Same bronzer that we used, I'm going to use this to contour. So just in the hollows of your cheek, right here, apply some contour. And for a blush, I'm going to stay with our theme of very pretty, and I'm going to use a very pretty pinky peach Chanel. So it's called Reflex number 82. And with a blush brush, apply this to your apples upward. The final step is we're going to use some highlight, and this is a little bit tricky for a lot of women. So I'm going to go in with my favorite Cover FX. It's C30, so it's almost a white color. And what you do is you pick some of it up and apply it to your hand. So it's basically like a foundation. And the way to dilute it, is to mix it with a moisturizer. So go in, mix it with a moisturizer, ratio 50-50, and then we'll apply that as our highlighter. Okay, so once you've diluted it, it should look relatively runny, just like that. So you're going to go in with either a sponge or a foundation brush. I'm going to use a foundation brush. And just think of where you want your face to be lifted and highlighted. So essentially you apply it here, so just on the bottom. And because you've diluted it, it should blend really, really well. So looking straight, you'll start to see the contrast it's giving. And then you apply it right here. So it's almost as if it's a triangle going upward. So if you want, you can draw the outline and lift it up. So you already start to see how it's lifting your face. It's a really, really cool method. You just got to get used to doing it. Okay, I'm going to go back in and do my left side, and then I'll blend it out for you, and we'll see how it turns out. So that's one side blended. You'll see without any blush, without blending it all together, sorry, you're going to see the lift it's creating on the face. You're first going to line your lips. I'm going to use MAC lip liner in Subcultured. So I'm going to mix a ratio 50-50 of lustering mixed with creme de nude, which is almost a white color. So when it mixes together, it'll dilute the pink quite a bit. And mix the colors together and then apply. So for our brows, I'm going to use a brow pencil, Taupe Face Atelier. And just as usual, fill in your brows, and you want to get them as symmetrical as you can. The final step is mascara. It is Lancome Hypnose in Extreme Black. And just apply mascara top and bottom lashes. You can do double coats if you want. And there you have it. Here's our finished bridal look tutorial for today. And I hope you guys had a lot of fun today, and I look forward to seeing you soon.